Enterprise Institute in Washington, D.C., is a little over an hour.
Our lecturer this evening, Gertrude Himmelfarb, to her friends B. Crystal, is an intellectual historian and essayist and a student of morality and its absence in politics, society, and the academy from the late 18th century through her favorite period, the Victorian era, and down to the present. Professor Himmelfarb, she has been a professor for most of her career at the Graduate School of the City University of New York, has been an eminent figure in her fields for over half a century. Her first book was published 60 years ago this year. It was a collection of essays by Lord Acton, published in 1948, and she published a few essays about Acton in the subsequent years, and in 1952, her first book, Lord Acton, A Study of Conscience and Politics, appeared. She has written 13 or 14 books since then. Her most recent have been The Roads to Modernity, the British, French, and American Enlightenments in 2004, and in 2006, a collection of essays published throughout her career, The Moral Imagination from Edmund Burke to Lionel Trilling. She has just finished another book to be published next summer, The Jewish Odyssey of George Eliot. She is a member of the AEI Council of Academic Advisors and has received many awards, most recently the National Humanities Medal in 2004, and just last year the Philip Merrill Award of the Council of Trustees and Alumni. She will be speaking this evening on some reflections on Burke's reflections. Following her talk, we'll have time for questions and discussion and a reception afterwards to which one and all are invited. Please give a warm welcome to B. Crystal.
Thank you very much, Chris. Although I must say I could have done without some of those dates, which make me feel even more ancient than I am. I am pleased to be part of this. I don't think Chris mentioned this, but this is this year an all AEI, isn't it? Bradley Lecture Series. And I'm particularly pleased to be part of this series, all the more because I was present at the creation, so to speak, when the first of these lectures was delivered 20 years ago. I've attended a great many since then and even managed to give a few. And it seems to me fitting that now, in my last contribution to this series, I should return to one of my earliest subjects, Edmund Burke, who has continued to be a formidable intellectual presence and a challenge to me for these very many years. Burke was and still is a provocative thinker, a provocation in his own day as in ours. At a time when most right-minded, which is to say left-inclined, English literati were rhapsodizing over the French Revolution, Wordsworth remembered declaring it to be bliss in that autumn to be alive, in that dawn to be alive. Burke wrote his reflections on the revolution in France, a searing indictment of the revolution. He was accused then, as he is now, of being excessive, even hysterical in his account of the revolution. Quote, a ferocious dissoluteness in manners, an insolent irreligion in opinions and practices, laws overturned, tribunals subverted, industry without vigor, commerce expiring, a church pillaged, civil and military anarchy, national bankruptcy. All this, one must remember, and it is sometimes hard to remember, was said in November 1790, 3 years before the Reign of Terror, which Burke was so presciently describing. while others were witnessing what they took to be a natural and much-needed political revolution. That is, the transformation of an absolute monarchy into a limited monarchy. Burke saw nothing less than a total revolution. A social, religious, economic revolution as well as a political revolution. And beyond that, a cultural revolution as well. A revolution, he said,